No, no. I have a passion to do this. I've always liked, leading people. They can't read your mind. They can only read what you write. Hi guys, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Okay. Yeah, this has been a fun hairstyle. Okay, so we're going to be talking about CV writing, or not really CV writing, writing in general and applications. So application writing. I've always had a bit of a thing for writing. I've always enjoyed writing. I've always enjoyed reading, editing other people's writing, and I found myself in recent times doing a bit more of that. So I'm doing a bit more of editing for people's blog posts, editing for people's grant proposals. I've been editing for articles. I recently finished this publication with I should have a copy of it around here somewhere. I will figure out. I'll see if I can put it up later when I get up from here. Anyway, I've also been editing for scholarships. I've also been editing for uni applications, personal statements. I never studied English or did any professional writing course, but I think I seem to have a flair or a gift for it. Again, obviously, why would you take my word for it, right? Take my word for it. I mean, a lot of my friends and family can also vouch for me, but obviously I cannot call them on here to parade them and say, tell these people why they should listen to this girl on the writing matter. So just listen, Sha. I'm sure it will be helpful, and if it's not helpful, click on the next YouTube video. Maybe that person might have something for you. So I'm going to run through about 2 to 3 key points that I think everyone should consider when writing applications of any sort. This includes cover letters, grant applications, scholarship applications, job applications. Those ones that have tell us one time when you were in a leadership position and tell us how you solved. Those questions are the most annoying questions. Very first thing that I think is key is understand the question and answer it. That seems basic, right? Seems like duh. The whole point of me doing this application is because I want to answer their questions. It's amazing to me how many people actually don't answer the question. And this was me, at the beginning of my writing phase or writing of life generally. So there was this position I applied to twice. It's like a creative urban design fellowship sort of thing. The first time I applied to it, I didn't get anything. I didn't get any feedback on it. The second time I applied to it, I didn't get it still, but I got feedback that I'd had a strong application, and they'd actually ask questions about who is this person, so that was a good step forward. And I remember reading the first application I had submitted, and I thought to myself, what the heck did you submit? I was embarrassed on my behalf, cringe. You were just writing nonsense. They will ask you A, and telling them why 1 + 1 is equals to 2. Is that the question? And I was really flabbergasted. And one thing I've noticed is that every time that people send me things, let me read through this, let me proofread, edit, is this good enough to submit? I notice that this is a problem. They're not answering the question. You're either saying something completely off point, but in your mind you think this is answered. They can't read your mind. They can only read what you write. So you need to make sure that what you're in your mind is clear, concise, and also fits in with what they're asking. So you need to read the question 2, 3, 4 times to be able to make sure exactly what these people want from this section of this application. In fact, one of the best ways to do it, I figure you can do this, is almost answer the question. Maybe answer it first and then build it up and then structure it. So this is what I mean. So they say, how can you add value to this company? The first thing you should do is, I can add value to this company by. Now, you might not end up, starting that whole answer with, I can add value to this company by, but when you have that answer, make sure everything that you write is tallying into, or is giving that answer. So everything you write must be answering or must be stating clearly, I can add value to this company by. One thing is that this really helps distinguish you from other applicants, because you will realize that most people just think, they feel they are good for a role, but they have no tangible evidence to support. So if one person, if you can even say, I can add value to this company by 1, I will do this. Secondly, I can do this. Thirdly, it's almost clear, okay, this person has something tangible, not, oh, well, I have a passion to do this. I've always liked, leading people. I've always thought that, I'd make a good leader. No, I can be a good leader because 1, I have led a group of 20 people over the past 2 years, and we've been able to accomplish such and such. 2, I was also blah, blah, blah. So make sure you are answering the question very clearly, and then you can break it down and then structure it into a nice write-up and move it on from there. Now, one main thing to take home or take away from this is that if you cannot answer very clearly, almost in bullet points, why you are fit for a position or why you have experience in that position or experience to answer that question, that might not be the role for you, that might not be the scholarship for you, that might not be the fellowship for you, that might not be the grant for you, because they're asking that question because they want people who have that, and I can state it very clearly. And if you can't, you might want to either recalibrate and start looking for other positions or scholarships or fellowships, or because there will be something that fits you, or step up your game and reapply next time. Second thing that I'd say is a key issue, a key point to note: avoid definitions. So if they ask you, and this one I got recently that I was helping a friend of mine with, and they were asking her, we need people with good relationship building skills. Can you tell us how you've been able to grow your relationship building skills, or something along that line? Now, a trap that a lot of us fall into is that we end up saying relationship building skills are very important because they help you do. Dude, the person who's asking for relationship building skills probably knows why relationship skills are important. That's why they're asking you to demonstrate to them, or to illustrate to them, or to give them examples of how you are building relationships or how you have good interpersonal skills. Do you get? So they're not asking you define or tell us why relationship skills are important. No. Tell us how you've been able to use these skills in your experience and how you plan to use them when we select you. Do you see the difference? And it's a trap that almost all of us fall into. You now begin to wax lyrical of how great relationship skills are. No, that's F9, Bodo, F9 in WAEC for you. No, we just want to know how. So give us practical examples. Don't define why it's important. Now, there's room for definition, because sometimes it kind of adds a little bit of flavor to what you're writing. Sometimes you might need to say, okay, it's very important, or I've actually seen why it's important because I've seen how. So there is room for definitions, but don't give blanket definitions. So you might say, when I worked at so and so, I was able to build this relationship through so and so, and we were able to achieve this because of the relationship that we built. And that made it very clear to me, or that made it very apparent to me, that relationship skills are important to do so and so and so. Now that's the definition that you just added, but you added it to the actual scenario, the actual example. You didn't just come and start telling us what relationship skills are, or they'll tell you we need leaders, and you say leaders are very important because they are the future. Leadership is very important because they're skills that people need to advance in life. Just stop. Just hold it there. When you're about to start waxing lyrical and giving us your definition, we don't need a definition. What we want is how you've been able to do these things or do whatever it is tangibly. And the third thing that I'd like to round this video up with is use your word count wisely. Now, this one is a bit tricky, because you can say, okay, for instance, when that question I said, I can add value to this company by, you can literally just say that in maybe bullet points. I can add value to this company by 1, blah, 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 2, blah, 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 3, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have 500 words, but you just use like 80 something words by using bullet points. And that's fine. They might actually prefer to read something that's really concise. But at the same time, you think, okay, should I expand it and use all my 500 words? It doesn't really matter which route you take, but whatever it is, make sure that within the word count, we are clear, we are concise, very, very clear. So one thing I find about writers, especially people who might be good writers, you can get very abstract. I know that I can do it. I can personally write a page and I've not said anything. I'm just going around it, not really touching, just on the surface here, just wrapping everything, and I've not said anything. So within your word count, whether you're trying to minimize, use as a small amount, or you're trying to use everything, just make sure you're very clear and you're on point and you're concise, very, very crystal. And so there you have it. Those are my top 3 tips for writing applications of various forms. I might do maybe like specific ones for cover letters or for grants or scholarships or personal statements. Maybe I'll do that later on. If it's something that you'd like to see or you'd like to watch, just let me know in the comment section the specific ones that you might want to hear more about, and maybe I'll expand on that. I never really planned to do like a writing series, but I just realized that I have all these thoughts in my head, and I'm helping all these people do this. That why don't I just make a YouTube video about it, because I have a channel anyway. So this is helpful for anybody. I'm here for you. I really, really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially editing people's work. Like no, and then when I send you back the document, you just see red line. Okay, so yes, I do enjoy that, but it can be very tiring. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye, and thanks for watching.